Hey guys, how are you? Nice to see you today. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a good week. It's almost Friday. It doesn't matter to me. Every day is the same for me. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, every day is the same. So anyway, hope you're having a good week. So we have BRYAN KOHBERGER in the courtroom this morning. Before I talk about what happened in the courtroom today, I just need to get something off my chest, okay? I'm hearing a lot of professional journalists, attorneys at law who are on YouTube, and I think they know they're on YouTube, but they're really bashing us other YouTubers who are reporting true crime, as if to say, we don't care about you. We don't want to hear from you. You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not talking about me specifically. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these people ever saw my videos, especially since I'm a psychic. They probably hate it. They probably just hate what I'm doing. But too bad. This is my opinion as a psychic, Sorry. So I find it very offensive. It's rude. It's childish. It's confusing to me why these lawyers think we don't have the right to speak. We don't know enough to speak. I don't care you went to Harvard Law School or Stanford. I just don't care. You're not more important than anybody else. You're not necessarily providing information that's a non-lawyer could provide. Some of the YouTubers are they're so into the laws. I think it might surprise you. I'm not one of them. I don't go down deep into the trenches of our laws because, as I said, my perspective is coming from a psychic point of view. But I wanted to come on and say, shame on you for any lawyer who discredits and minimizes the value of a fellow YouTuber. Shame on you. Really, shame on you. You shouldn't be going on YouTube bashing other YouTubers because they don't have a law degree. I mean, how childish are you, really? I mean, I just don't get it. So I'm going to continue to report, and I think we all need to continue to do what we're doing because for me, I'm canceling Hollywood. I'm part of that cancel culture, which it sounds like a bad word when people say it, but really, we need to start speaking up for ourselves and our country and our rules, our laws. Things need to change. So we need to continue to talk. We are the public. We are the juries that sit in a trial. We are the people that vote for president and Congress and everything else that helps run our country. So we're all valuable as much as anyone else. There's no levels. We are all at the same value. Our opinions matter. And I'm just disgusted. I'm really disgusted with these people who think that they matter more than us. All right. So let me just give you the gist of what happened in the courtroom today with Mr. Coburger. If you're one of these people who thinks he's innocent, that's fine. You can think whatever you want. I don't care. I really don't. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. You claim you have the facts. That's fine. I have other facts, and that's what I'm here to share. And I'm laughing just because it's like, a lot of people, when they report on YouTube, it's like, nope, this is what I say, and this is how it is. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's no room for movement or clarification or disagreements. So if you're a pro Koburger, that's absolutely fine. But anyway, I'm going to continue. If you're not aware, I do believe he's guilty. I do believe I've talked to the victims. I know, whatever. Somebody said in the comments the other day, I'm just going to give you some advice. This is basically what she said. Like, you're too loud. You're too upset, bossy on YouTube. I don't care. Thanks for your feedback, I guess. I don't know what to say. I'm not going to change who I am. And like I mentioned recently as well, this is YouTube. This is me in YouTube. When I hang up this camera and I go back to cleaning toilets, I'm not yelling at the toilet. I'm not yelling at my cats or my kids or my husband. I get passionate on camera because I have a passion for life, not for murder. I'm just a very passionate person when it comes not only to children, but also what in the heck is going on in our world right now. Anyway, basically, Coburger was in court this morning, really fighting for his life. We have Ann Taylor in the courtroom reciting so many different laws and different cases that led to the death sentence being removed from a possibility. So I started writing down some of these laws and stuff. It's just too much. I'm not even going to pretend like I care. I don't care. The death penalty should remain for BRYAN Kohberger. They were even arguing okay, well, if he does get the death sentence, if you are going to put it into motion, Your Honor, can we have him killed in such a humane way? Because right now there's not enough of the lethal injection fluid, and he'd have to be shot by a firing squad. You get what you get. Was it worth it, Brian? Was it worth it? This isn't funny. These people are fighting for this man's life. And it's sad to me. It's really sad to me, because as much as I am disgusted by the man, he's a human being. He was a baby at one time. He's my kid's age. And it's awful. Is it worth it? Is it worth the life you have now and potentially ending your life? I don't see the value. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So they wanted Ann Taylor, his attorney, wants to have the death penalty stricken from his record. She doesn't want it. A motion to strike. They want to get rid of the aggravating charges. Multi-victims aggravator. So in order to get a death penalty, my understanding is you have to have a variety of a cocktail of things you've done that when they're all put in the basket, if the basket's heavy enough, you get put up for the death penalty. And they're talking about when he dies, his consciousness is going to be too upset and too stressed out if he has to face the firing squad. Yeah, it's awful. It is awful. But what he's done is awful. What is done and can never be repaired is awful. If this did end up happening to him, it's probably going to be a way lesser traumatic experience than what he did to the 4 students and what all the parents, friends, and family are still going through. Now, I did say my stance on the death penalty has changed, not because I care about the criminal. It's actually the opposite. I do want the criminal to suffer. Staying here on the earth is going to be way more suffering than dying and being on the other side, because there's no negativity on the other side. There's no gnashing of the teeth and all these things people heard stories about and believe. There's none of that. It's pure love on the other side. So, almost kind of doing him a favor if he goes through with the death sentence. I mean, but how awful. I don't want to see anyone, even the injection would be awful. And so the judge and the attorneys are like, well, it's probably going to be decades and decades anyway, so you shouldn't worry about the firing squad today or even the lethal injection today, because who knows, I'm paraphrasing, the judge says, there may be new ways in a decade or two. There might be other things available for him that will basically rock and hold him like a baby as he dies. I mean, I don't even want to understand what he feels like going through this. And he's not the only one. Death row is full of these people. I do like this judge better than Judge, who was the former judge in the other county. This guy, he's not gonna, he can't be bamboozled and winked at, you know what I mean? Like, no, there's none of that BS going on. He's doing his job. He's doing it fairly. He's not mean to BRYAN Koberger and his team. He treats both sides equally as fair, impartial, non-biased. It's a very professional setting, in my opinion. And I believe I don't know. I just think he's trying to do the best job he can for his state, for the people that live in the counties. Oh gosh, my phone's blowing up today. Anyway, as of right now, hours and hours watching this hearing today, nothing's changed. Okay, that's the bottom line. The death penalty is still on the table. All of Ann Taylor's suggestions have been shot down. There's answers to them. There's things that will fact check her so that, no, that doesn't apply. That doesn't apply there. It doesn't apply there. No, that's not the same. It's different. I mean, she is really, really trying to save the man's life. Is it because she thinks he's guilty? She stands there and says, this man is innocent. Can you believe that? Can you believe someone, I can't, I wouldn't, oh God, baffles my mind, really does. And she's not going to have something, she's not going to do a big surprise during the trial. Surprise! He's innocent. He is not guilty, everyone. Here we are. No, it's not that. No, she's trying to save his life at this point, because that's where the case is at. And he's never going to come out of jail. Sorry, everyone. He's not. It's, you know what? So many people want to fight and say, innocent till proven guilty. Innocent, innocent, innocent. I bet you, if this was your child who was taken from you in this way, you would probably have a hard time holding yourself back and not taking care of things, kind of like what we see in these other families. It's like we have to stay within the law. We cannot work outside the law to get what we want to have happen. It has to be by the book, but you get that feeling of something better freaking be done about this. This is not, this is awful. So anyway, So, yeah, you don't need to watch. I mean, if you want to watch all the hours and hours of testimony this morning between the prosecution and the defense and the new judge, go ahead. But, nothing's changed, just so you know. But at least maybe you'll get to know the judge a little bit. And I think that's important for those of us who are going to be watching the trial. And thank God that this is going to be on camera. Thank goodness. All right, you guys, I got so much to do today. I got to get back to work here at the house, and I will see you real soon with a new video. All right, take care. Be safe.